Greetings, everyone! Oh, hello, welcome, Rick here, welcome. Yes, sorry for that little delay, but here we are with this, well, this month's already halfway over. I was gonna say, plan was for this to be this month's, let's do the words. Oh, yes, egg correct, let's go! Yep. Yes, no, this was gonna be this month's comic, but I had Red Sun to do. So, with that, Red Sun done, now I'm gonna do this one part for, I believe, 3 parts. It's actually a whole one book. But to save my voice, along with, just to make sure I don't, like, run out of comics. I mean, it's impossible to run out of comics, but run out of comics, like, I want to read of Wonder Woman so far. Like, she has good ones, but this one I really want to, not stretch out, but, save for just multiple parts is this one. It's just a whole book, but I found 3 good spots to break it up. So, this will be next week's as well, and then week after that will be the big one, and then of course, I'll be doing some small ones as well, because I have a small, comic reading on Father's Day. Yes, I have a Father's Day comic I want to share with you guys as well. But right now, it's Wonder Woman time. Now, Wonder Woman, she's not she's well known. She had that really amazing, she had really amazing comics recent as well. She's been really important in recent events like death metal. Along with that, she's also had that like one Wonder Woman movie that like I'm bad with actors. You think an egg that worked at a movie theater would know movies well, but I don't. I am absolutely terrible at movies, but Wonder Woman was not a bit of getting better known. So it's time to take a bit of a classic tale of hers that's not as well known, but it's still like really good. It's like very much so a Wonder Woman story. Although it is a Justice League, despite being Justice League, it's more like Wonder Woman League. And again, a League of One kind of gives it the story of it. It's like, say, it might be JLA, Justice League, but it's a League of One, so it's like one person. But no, this is written and drawn by, the cool thing with this comic is both written and artist by Christopher Moeller. See, some people might know Christopher Moeller's name. He's, one of some of his notable works, Iron Empires, which became it's like own, like, role-playing game. Yes. I was trying to think about those, not the video game kind, but the, like the actual, pen and paper, that kind, yes. That's what I'm looking for. So, as I was saying, he's done a lot for, like, the game, like, the tabletop gaming. He's done, well, for instance, Magic, he's done, like, over 200, like, cards. So, he's done a lot for art-wise. He's very much an artist first, and writer second. Although, I'm not gonna say, even though that doesn't mean his writing is bad, per se, it's just, his art's that much amazing. As you can see from this cover, it's really good art. It's very much, it's nice, has a nice mood to it. Reminds me of a very, like, it's like actual painting. Sure, yeah, that in some other comics, like, Kingdom Come, that comic also has a painted feel to it, but the paintedness is one thing that really goes on in all his comics. Every panel's a painting. It's one of those things that you can see, like, oh, I could see that hanging on a wall in like a museum, no, art gallery, other word. But yes, he's done, he did some art for Axis and Allies, lots of art for Magic Gathering, some for World of Warcraft. He's basically done a lot of card games. He's done art for pretty much, except for, like, Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh, but that's Japanese. Anyway, as I was saying, he's also done some other stuff, like, what was the thing? That one vampire? Interview with the Vampire. That's the one for. He did some art for an adaptation of that. It was like a comic adaptation. So, as I said, he's good in the industry. He's done a lot, but most of his stuff was done, like, as I said, most of the stuff is from the 90s and early thousands. He's still not done much since then. He had, like, let's say one more bit of Iron Empires, which is it's a science fiction thing. We got it for you. Science fiction thing. Like, humanity is in the space doing the stuff, wearing the cool, like, almost like Warhammer 40k, like, outfits, but, like, not quite. Anyways. He was basically, did a bit for DC, which is why we're reading this comic. So, it's a Wonder Woman story, so, why am I reading this Wonder Woman story? Simple. Wonder Woman is of the big 3. I said it first when I was doing the Superman, I was like, okay, I want to read all of the comics for the big 3 first. The Trinity, yes, the Trinity. And then after the Trinity, we'll start working on some of the side characters, some of the villains and stuff, because there are actually a lot of good villain comics. One villain comic I have that's this month is really Trinity month. I have a Superman comic I read, I have a Wonder Woman comic I read, a Batman comic I'll be reading this weekend. So hey, that's all three of them this month. I mean, then again, considering how Wonder Woman is treated as not, she might be the big three, but it's really the big two plus her. I mean, she's good. She's a good character. She's a rich history, but she's just not as well used. Not as well used. See, there's this really good comic called Kingdom Come. That's a classic. Ross is on the artist. I'm terrible with names. Yeah, Alex Ross. Alex Ross. His art is amazing, and he such a wonderful, wonderful work. But tell them that his comic was it was so amazing that people wanted to copy the characterization of Wonder Woman in that comic. It's like, okay, that's cool. Like, hey, it's such a good comic. But the thing is, Wonder Woman's character in that comic was not her. It was her like 20 years in the future. Her with lots of death and apocalypse going on. So it's like it's a good characterization, but it's not her characterization at the current moment. It's not how she should be in like canon. It was very much so. It was an Elseworlds, so it's gonna be not quite the same. Not an alternate timeline, different senses, minor differences, but still, her characterization there was very aggressive. Which maybe she needed to be aggressive to get people to like her. That could be there, but it's just not really Wonder Woman. So that's what I like about comics, that tap into some of her more deeper emotions instead of just being rah rah that kind of stuff. But it's still a good comic though. But it's just the consequences for it were just not great in that regard. But still a good read. Anyways, reading some Wonder Woman of Justice League, a League of One. And to the right, I didn't know what to put off because I usually do a cover and chapter, but this is a one cover that's like huge that I showed off already. Along with that, I had the chapter. There's no chapter, so let's just have a little talk about the artist writer along the side of the wall. That's a nice place to put it, and it's also a nice shape. It is the year of our Lord, 1348. 2 years ago, near France. Oh no, please. I don't know French words. I forgot. Okay, let's restart. Okay. 2 years ago, near Crécy, France, English and French armies fought the opening battle of the 100 Years' War. Last year, rats came ashore in Italy, carrying a pestilence destined to slay half of Europe. And today, December 3rd, 1348, the last dragon of the Western world, the evil Dracul Carafang, will be driven from the face of the earth. For ages, uncounted dragons have terrorized the world. Their wings blacken both sky and soul. Forward! We have her! Today, Dracul Carafang is all that remains of the hateful race. A cornered queen lashing out against her ancient foe. Her cunning, her strength. The fires and corrupting vapors that roar from her gullet as if vomiting directly from hell. None of it is enough to save her. The first time since Rome fell, the Western world is writing a new chapter in its history. Europe's golden age is dawning, and these men know it. They do not fear the horrors from the past. Die, foul beast, in Christ's name! Yes. Out for her! She's going to ground! Centuries ago, the dragons began hiding their hearts among the ruins and black pits of the mountains. Unless its secret heart were found and destroyed, such a dragon could never truly be slain, surviving even the horrifying wounds. Dracul Carfang's pursuers knew this. They were veterans in an ancient war. The dragon's hidden city is sacked, and her evil serpents scattered. Scouts follow the wounded dragon's blood trail down to the deepest veins of the mountain. But though they search for weeks, they cannot discover her. Boom! Eventually the soldiers move on. Fortune wheel is turning. They have new worlds to win. It is the year of our Lord, 2001. Still some towers still defend the realm. Some knights still shield the world from evil. That's it, Wonder Woman. You've reached the volcano's pressure dome. Deploy your sensors and shut down the terrasphere. Mount Vesuvius won't catch us off guard next time. How are you feeling? Seeing as how I'm 2 miles beneath the Earth's crust, I'd have to say, I wish this terrasphere didn't have windows. I cannot imagine. Fire is my race's greatest nightmare. I'd be unable to think, much less work down there. If you're ready, I'll teleport you back to the watchtower. You'll be just in time to meet Superman at the airlock. Looks like he's bringing us some kind of sculpture of some kind. Wow, that's big. What is it? A gift from the Pope, actually, for containing that last eruption. It was carved from a block of Korean marble, the same stuff Michelangelo used to use. I thought it would look nice up here. Aquaman, Batman, Flash, Green Lantern, Martian Manhunter, Superman, Wonder Woman. In honor of the Justice League of America. In their days, the righteous shall flourish and prosperity abound. Psalm 72. Axe Defensor. It's so easy to get caught up in the logistics. Forget what we're here for. Yes, it is. Axe Defensor. Defend peace. He stole that from the Amazons. Ha ha. Where's John? Wonder Woman and I just parked the monitor, Superman. Are you okay, Diana? Didn't break a sweat. Next time Vesuvius decides to blow, we should have plenty of warning. Well, it's been a long couple of weeks, but southern Italy is finally out of danger, and I'm ready for a few days of quiet back home on Themyscira, the alpine town of Altdorf, Switzerland. So, what do you got, Emmerich? Nothing any good? Got a beeper? Got a car keys? Bottle opener? Just a pointless thing to steal, now that they got these screw-off caps. I mean, nobody'll miss them. I like it. Got a pointy one on the end. Elvin, your head is a pointy one on end. Go on, what else? Woo. Same old junk we always get from this two-pinning town. Elman, I'm telling you, I'm sick to death of this. Our grandfathers served dragons. What do? Hide in the shadows like underfed rats. Here we go. Harry Warren is a dead end, Elman. Gotta join Zurich Warren. Those gnomes are living high on hog up there. And they got an entire chamber full of remote TVs. Look, in the first place, no self-respecting gnome lives in flat, squishy country like they got around Zurich. And in the second place, Zurich got no history, no roots. Our underground city was built back in the great days. Bum. Yeah, so we live in a drafty, ruined city. Big whoopin' deal. It's not ruined, Emmerich. Besides, someday we'll rebuild it. Why the usual rush, Hassel? What, are you deaf? Hear the drums? Important Warren meeting down there in your Roadstock. Elder Lebrich has found a secret chamber, leagues below the city. An hour later. Woof! We're a long way down, Emmerich. This is stupid. My feet hurt. Shh. Oh, brothers of Yuri Warren. The ancient runes fastened by our ancestors upon this mighty door leaves no doubt what lies beyond. We have found her at last. Drakil Karfeng, Draconis Serpente, the queen of the ages, our mistress of old. As our queen's majestic heart flickered out during the long dark, does she yet live? The future of our race hangs upon the answer. All now, heave! Jumpin' Juniper, Elvin! She's breathing! She's alive! That's a big dragon. Island is Themyscira. Last vestige of paradise. Hold into a secret corner of the world. Here in solitude, Princess Diana may judge herself, in manners even gods would not dare. Lord of judgment, Godsmith's pride, show me that which heart conceals. Loose thy pure and perfect light, let thy servant stand revealed. Althea, wood nymph from the sacred cypress grove on Themis. Oh, princess, there's no need for this. You're pure enough. You never tell lies. Wonder Woman, one of the world's most mightiest warriors, cannot afford to be complacent. She's seen what unchecked power can do, even to those with the best intentions. Her single greatest fear, the thing that harries her across her dreams, that she will one day turn from the path of truth and become a destroyer. And so Diana tests herself. There's no small thing she does. On this windswept bluff, being compelled to speak honestly might be uncomfortable, but facing one's true being is perilous. The human soul stripped naked is a hungry, prideful thing. Even the soul of Wonder Woman, blessed of the gods. You should have been a mermaid, Diana. Zoe, youngest daughter of Nereus, the old man of the sea. Ugh, you look as grim as Atlas, carrying all the world on your shoulders. Sometimes I feel like Atlas, lovely one. Fins and flippers, tails and scales. Oof. That's better. Mermaids are never sad. Now come with me. I want to show you some beautiful undersea fountains I discovered yesterday. We'll have an adventure. Haha, that sounds lovely. But I'm not a little girl anymore, Zoe. I can't spend my days roaming the ocean with you and your sisters. Oh, come on, Diana. What's one day? You need to have some fun. You're too serious. Whoosh. Never trust a mermaid. That should be the first lesson every sapling learns. You swore you wouldn't tell, Zoe. I didn't tell anybody anything. You two know you mustn't keep secrets from me. Now give me back my legs, Zoe. Please, Zoe, tell me your news. Well, you're not supposed to know about this. Really, we're not goddesses. Rolpetos, the satyr, heard Zeus talking to Apollo, and you know what they said about a satyr and his secrets. Haha. Only one thing is more equal to share with a pretty nymph is a kiss. What are you not supposed to know, you absurd creature? Oh, it's nothing, really. Diana's right, Zoe. This is too important to keep secret. Poniatos said that the fates will speak tonight. The oracle at Delphi. And the oracle will... Come on, Diana. Don't listen to that gloomy old Althea. Let's go plan to see. Althea? Zoe? The oracle will what? Will foretell your death, Diana. Mount Parnassus, in Greece, site of the ancient city of Delphi. This was once a temple of Apollo. The ancient Greeks came here to have their fortunes foretold. Wars began because of what was heard on this spot. Virgins cast into the cliffs. Of course, most of those virgins died in vain. The priestesses were only catching the faintest of echo of the oracle. The true oracle of Delphi lies beneath the... down here. Hide your face with a shroud, Diana. Can't pass through otherwise. If the gods find out we've brought Diana here, we'll really be in for it. I'm telling you, this was your idea. Shh. Look, it's starting. Say something, Diana. Tongue of Gaia, I am Diana of the Amazons. Please speak your prophecy. Princess Diana, it is unwise to hear one's own fate. I am not afraid. Then attend the tides, run swift beneath the earth. 6 hands gather, their skein of fate. 3 mouths whisper, 1 eye gazes o'er the world. What it sees shall come to pass. What they whisper I shall speak. In the north a serpent stirs, waking from her ageless slumber. Stolen gold is out, her rings and gems and signs of power. From the depths the dragon rises, burning hope and love to cinders. From the sky the League of Justice, down from Luna's face come riding. Trumpets sound and scabbards ring, the war to rule the world begins. This is what the fate decree, this is what the one eye sees. Ancient serpent brought to bay, dies upon a golden spear. Brave hearts riding unto death, save the living world from fear. In victory heroes fall, dragons slaying as she's slain. Good and evil join in death, Hades' gate admit the twain. Wait! Please, I have to ask you. He's Diana of the Amazons. I am but Destiny's echo. Gone. The Justice League is doomed, Diana. If you fight them, you'll die as well. You'll all die. No! Don't you see? She can resign now and be safe before it's too late. Resign? They're my friends, Zoe. I must think. It's about the fates talking, Princess. There's nothing to think about. Diana, we love you. Whatever you decide, we'll stand by you. But Zoe's right. Properties don't fall like autumn leaves. Meaning, don't ask us to join the JLA right now. Meanwhile, deep under Yordirotsket Mountain. Now, there's something you don't see every day, Elman. The gnomes of Zurich marching through our warren, loaded with swag. Sure is creepy knowing there's a monstrous huge dragon sleeping under the city. Doesn't bother me. My timorous lad, quite the reverse. But did you pinch tonight? Well, wasn't easy, but the fellow who wore this slept so heavily, I could have rung all the bells in Altdorf without him waking him. Huh. All I know is a gold watch. At least, I think it's gold. Hard to tell these days. Oh, this is the life, Elman. This is the good stuff. No more car keys for us. Boy, rock, gold, and jewels. That's the orders. Dragons don't want junk. They want the best. That's just what we'll steal, by God. Well, I don't like it. It's bad enough knowing the Queen's asleep down there. What'll happen when we wake her up? I mean, how much gold do you need before you wake a dragon? What happens if we haven't collected enough? You worry too much, Elman. We're 5 Orns carting their gold to us, with more on the way. When the dragon opens her eyes and sees the loot we piled around her, well, I can't even imagine the look on her face. Dragons are dangerous, Emmerich. Maybe this one's best left sleeping. Look for yourself, Elman. Those are the gnomes of Zurich down there, in our warren. The whole world's coming to Altdorf. That's all cause we've got a dragon queen. The whole bell-ringing, foot-slapping, nimble-fingered world, my lad. Right to our doorstep. 5 days later. 230,000 miles straight up. The Watchtower. If you've all settled in, let's get started. There are several crises that deserve our attention. None required our unified strength. First, it seems the Amazon River is being choked by some sort of fast-growing water plant. Flooding near the headwaters is threatening a number of low-lying towns and villages. The arch-villain Poison Ivy has been sighted in the area and is suspected of having engineered the flood. Second, a supertanker has run aground near Messenia, Sicily. The sea is getting rough. There is concern that the ship's cargo may begin leaking. Diana is only dimly aware of the Martian man's voice. Ever since her encounter with the Oracle, she's been grappling with the that all her friends, all these vibrant heroic people are living on borrowed time. And yet, while her conscious mind is overwhelmed by grief. There's another part of her, walled off from distractions like regret or fear, which shows no hesitation. That part of her already knows what she must do. Third, fighting's broken out again in the Balkans. There are the usual worries about it spilling over to the neighboring nations. On a woman? On a lighter note, astronomers have recorded erratic solar flare activity originating from the far side of the sun. Hey, are you alright? Probably nothing sinister. Was out of the cycle and bears checking. Lighter? Was that supposed to be a lighter? Was that supposed to be a pun? Oh, and that asteroid we picked up a few months back should be deflected before it gets any deeper into Earth's gravity well. Yeah, I'll have that one worked out. I'll just bump it into one of the Trojan points. Good. Finally. There haven't been any spectacular crimes recently, but there has been a bizarre rash of burglaries throughout the Alpine regions of Western Europe, mostly gold and jewels. Interpol is pursuing some leads, but no real suspects. It's strange enough that we might want to keep an eye on that too. That's it. Any questions? You said gold was being stolen, Jean. Yes. Candlesticks, jewelry, wedding bands, old coins, anything made of gold. One poor drunk woke up to find his gold fillings had been pried out. Stolen gold is heaped about her. A prophecy. That mean anything to you, Wonder Woman? No. A significant lie. For the better or worse, she has chosen her path. Okay, then let's go ahead and form our teams. I think we can safely leave the petty crime to Interpol, at least for now. And our policy in the Balkans has always been to let the UN lead. They want us, they know where to find us. I'd imagine you went to hunt poison ivy on your own, Batman. But the Amazon River is 4,000 miles long. Flash of speed may make all the difference. Fine. I'll look up into the solar flares. It'll only take me a couple hours, and sounds like Green Lantern can deal with the asteroid on his own. That leaves Wonder Woman and Aquaman to deal with the tanker. Finally, Jean will set up a telepathic network from the watchtower. If there's danger of a spill, we'll leave immediately. You'll be operating well outside my range, man. Only for an hour or two. Let's do it, people. The Dragon's Lair. Oh, mighty queen, who we who adore and fear you, call out to you. Awaken from your long slumber. Awaken and claim your people. Awaken! Bang, bang, bong, bang, bang, bong, ong, bong, wong, bong, bang, bong, bang, just bang pans, crash. I mean, that is one way to wake a dragon. Bang, bong, bam, 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 crash. Oh, mighty one, whose glory blazes across the centuries, at whose merest breath nations tremble. Splendiferous queen, fearless among her kind, most excellent pursuant, empress of the hills and valleys, I, Gebhardt Lebricht, have been chosen from among those cringing wretches to greet you. See, my queen, I brought you gold and precious jewels with which to arm yourself for battle. In exchange, we begged only to serve you and to share in your brunch. Wow. Jewels, gold and jewels indeed. I thought the little frog was lying about that. So you pathetic creatures wish to serve me? Aye. Very well. Rap. Highest. Elman, what's happening to me? Oh no, Emmerich. Yeah. We are the Draco Gnomes. Recalls Carfang hungers. No! Help! My God, Emmerich! What have we done? Ho 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 ho! Don't run away! I'm not here to harm you. Welcome, Tetsuo. Just got to the end of the comic. You just got to the end of the stream. I will actually. And that was part 1 of League of One. Really, this comic has been just a great art. As we can see from this cover. Fantastic. Yes, I was going to start my Binding of Isaac stream in about minutes if you would let me. Give me a small break. I'm gonna get some water. Quick break, but thank you everyone for coming. I will put this up soon on the YouTube page as well. But in 20 minutes, I will play some Binding of Isaac.